Good morning. Welcome to Real Estate Over Breakfast. Hi, I'm Lisa Norton with your Paradise Group of Coldwell Banker United Realtors. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that I find often is very common with my sellers. And it's a term that I kind of coined myself. So let's kind of set the scenario. You've decided to sell your home. You've interviewed and picked your real estate expert, and you're filling out the paperwork. So now you get to that one line in the listing agreement, and all of a sudden you all think you're on the same page of music, and then you realize, oh, we've come to a splitting of the hairs, so to say, the listing price. Oftentimes the seller has a strong opinion of what that list price should be, and it may differ greatly from what the real estate professional recommends. The thing is, the real estate professional is armed with lots of stats from comps around the area to substantiate why they are giving you this certain range of value, and can back up those things whenever there's some objections. Well, but this one didn't have this and this one didn't have that. They have looked at all of that and are ready to answer those questions and point out to you why that makes a difference or it doesn't make a difference. But what I have found many times with my sellers, when their price greatly differs, and I start digging into it and I ask them why, they're aware many times of those same comps that I brought to them. But when they start raising objections, they'll say, well, you know, our house has this and that house didn't have this and it didn't, yeah, you know, but that does make a difference or it doesn't. So we go through this, and as I dig a little deeper, I often find that they've put on top of that market value, they've placed what I like to call emotional value. You say, well, what's emotional value? Well, emotional value to me is when I find out that this is the home, the very first home. They've raised their children here. This is the home that their grandparents built, and it's been passed down through the generations. This is the home that they custom designed with an architect and has all the things that they want to meet their lifestyle. And that's all well and good. That's emotional attachment. Those are memories. Those are things that do not carry a monetary value to a buyer. Now, your agent can use those stories in marketing, and that's a great way to maybe connect with a buyer out there who's looking for that first home to start a family, or loves the fact that there's a history behind a home that's passed down through generations, and may even want to know some of those stories. You know, like that's the tree that we had the swing on, and that's the back porch where we did this. I mean, that's all great for marketing, and it does help you connect. It doesn't necessarily bring value to your home. So you need to be careful about that when you are listening to your agent and trying to make a meeting of the minds on that listing price. One time I had a seller prospect who continued to argue with me over the price, and he was just really pie in the sky. And so as I started digging a little deeper, he said, well, you know what, Lisa, I understand the comps that you've pulled, but you're not putting in any legacy. And I looked at him and I was like, what legacy? And he said, well, you know, my parents bought this home brand new in the 1960s, raised their two sons. We have since brought in our grandchildren. They've grown up, and now in some cases some great-grandchildren are coming to the home. Well, yeah, that's all great. That's history. And he said, but there's some value to that. I said, how so? He said, there's some real monetary value because it's been in one family for that long. And I had to kind of laugh at him, and I didn't mean to be rude, but I just thought, it's not like you're George Washington. It's not like you were Thomas Jefferson. You know, you're just like the rest of us. You're just Sammy Seller getting ready to sell your house. And it's great to have those memories. You know, they say home is where the heart is. And so you need to understand that you're going to carry the home with you when you leave. What we're talking about is selling the house. Be reflective when you're working with your real estate professional. You hired them for a reason. They know what they're doing. And trust me, they want what's best for you. They want you to sell your home at the highest price they can possibly get for you. But you've got to be working together. So be reflective and see if possibly you're adding in some emotional value, and take that out. I'll sign off for now. This is Lisa Norton with your Paradise Group of Coldwell Banker United Realtors, where you call it paradise and we call it